A very good evening and warm welcome to everyone, respected principals, judges, vice principals, and the enthusiastic participants of Sri Gurotsav 2021. As is the tradition in our beautiful country, before starting any program, we would like to invoke the blessings of the Almighty. And for that, I would like to invite Ms. Chameli Dhar and Mr. Pothikrit Dr. Mujumdar from Sri Sri Academy's Music Department to start off the proceedings with a prayer.
Swasti prajabhya paripalayanta nyayena margena mahimahishaha go brahmanibhya shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu om shanti shanti shanti.
May the well-being of mankind be protected. May the leaders of the earth walk the path of fairness. May the divine and the seekers of truth be honored. May all beings in the world be happy. Om, peace, peace, peace.
Thank you, ma'am and sir. May the power of the prayer reverberate within us all. Francois Gautier, in his book, The Guru of Joy, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar at the Art of Living, wrote, I sometimes wondered how Guruji would select anyone and everyone as a teacher. I used to feel that teachers should have basic qualifications or, at the very least, a certain talent. I was proved wrong. I would say now that a good teacher is one who is committed, has integrity, and an unwavering attitude towards service. And in no time more than this past 1 year, has the world had proof of a teacher's embodiment to these very ideals of commitment, integrity, and service. This is why each and every one present here today, this is why you do what you do. This is why Guruji also believed in nourishing the teacher, refilling them with joy, innocence, and creativity. And this is why 2 years ago, we started Gurotsav, not only as a means to offer gratitude to Sri Sri Ravi Shankar ji on his birthday, but to celebrate the teachers' community, a community that lives the spirit of selfless service every single day. Guruji's birthday falls on 13th May, or Tera Mai, and as he lovingly says to his followers, Tera Main, I am yours. If this is not the embodiment of a teacher, then what is? And with that, it is my honor and pleasure to invite the captain of our ship, our principal, Mrs. Suvina Shunglu, who leads the Sri Sri Academy fraternity by example, to address us. Ma'am.
Good evening. participating teams, honored guests, principals. I can see Dr. Prasad, I can see Mr. Bagul, and a lot of my colleagues. Thank you for being here. When we started this 2 years ago, we never imagined that we would ever do Gurotsav virtually. It was all about teachers from different schools coming together and sharing, bonding, collaborating. We had events like basketball and badminton and football. And it was so wonderful 2 years ago to see a lot of people, some out of shape, running and playing. And, you know, they were just like children. And it was really nice to see them letting their hair down. The art, the dance, everything was phenomenal 2 years ago. Last year, because the lockdown started, we thought we won't be able to do it. And we had planned, we had sent out the invitations, but we dropped the idea. This year, this wonderful team of teachers that we have in the school, I never asked them to celebrate Gurotsav. They said, we want to celebrate Gurotsav. It is a very special occasion. We feel so happy planning for it. For the last 6 weeks, they have planned events which are possible virtually. They have been changed. A lot of thought has gone into every event. And today, when I was at the finale of the quiz final, the masterminds, I realized how difficult it is when everybody is sitting in different places. Even the partners of the same team are in two different, and they have to communicate by phone to check whether they're saying the right answer. But if they forget to mute themselves, they've given away the answer. So with these experiences, though it isn't the same as coming together, it isn't that joyful, it isn't that vibrant, and somewhere it's different. Yet, I would say that I think it's enabling us. We are growing as a community. We have grown a lot. And I think even participating, we do understand what children feel in such public forums when virtually we have these events. So as we come to the end of this last 1.5 days, last evening we started with the inaugural panel discussion, which was a little new. I'd like to express my gratitude to each member of every team, my team, of course, in the school, but of every participating team. Thank you for being here, putting in your effort, editing videos through the day. We couldn't sit and see all of that. We will share that. We will put it on a drive and we'll share, because if we started sharing all that, the wonderful things that you sent us, your dances, the music you created, you know, everything is so creative, so innovative. We will not be able to finish before nightfall. And therefore, we will share just a little glimpse of all that you have sent to us. But a big thank you to each one of you to make this celebration so successful, despite and in spite of the challenges of the pandemic. I would also like to speak about the judges. They've been very, very generous with their time. They've really been there, supported us in the short time they've had to judge. A few events were done earlier. So thank you to each one of the judges and our brilliant quiz master, who was our colleague, our senior coordinator, just a few months ago. So really lovely to have him back today, Mr. Antonis. And I think the quiz was really brilliant, and we had a nail-biting finish. And it was very enjoyable as well. The kind of questions that were selected, it wasn't possible to Google them, because you had to find the link or the thread connecting 5 different books or 5 different pictures. So it just wasn't possible to Google. There were no answers in Google for that. So you had to rack your minds, and that was really very beautiful. And I think it was really a resounding success, the quiz. It was well researched. And now I feel that we are all a part of a family of change makers. We are changing, and we have to keep looking ahead as how can we make this different, this process of learning, teaching, and educating ourselves constantly. And in this, we are part of a community. We must keep sharing. And with these words, I'm going to hand over the mic to our MC and Mrs. Vaishali Dutt, and she will take us through the program. Once again, thank you for your presence, your participation, and your support.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words, your views, and your presence. Without you, we really can't take a step forward. Thank you so much. Right. To paraphrase 1980s pop singer Cyndi Lauper's iconic song, changing the words around a little bit, teachers also want to have fun. And we really hope that this is exactly what our high spirited and dynamic participants have been doing, having fun. For the past couple of days, teachers from various schools in Kolkata have been participating in a number of specially curated events for the second edition of Sri Gurotsav. Some were individual events and some were team events. And now, after all the fun and games, we move on to the main event of the evening, the one that we've all been waiting for, results. Our first result was a creative arts event. There we go. Okay. Here we are. Event number 1 was called Spices of India, a creative arts event. The topic given was fantasize with spices. And we'd like to show you all the entries sent in by the various schools. Beautiful, creative, and spicy, I might even add. And to announce the results, it gives me great pleasure to invite our former academic advisor, the ever graceful and elegant Mrs. June Dutt. Ma'am, if you could unmute your mic, please.
Thank you so much, Boishali ma'am. And I would love to, I'm honored indeed. And thank you, Suvina. Thank you, all of you, for inviting me to this wonderful session. And I really enjoyed the quiz so much this afternoon. Thank you so much. Yes. I think before I announce it, I will need to have who has won.
Ma'am, it's on your screen, ma'am.
It hasn't come. The Heritage School of Creative Art, Miss Meena Basu of the Heritage School. So she wins the prize for Spices of India Creative Art. Thank you.
Third position, ma'am.
Oh, that is the third position. All right. And then the first position. Okay. This is the second position is Mrs. Amita Kamath of Sri Sri Academy. Clap to our school very much. Thank you. She comes second for the Creative Art Spices of India program. And the first, the winner of this event is Miss Rupa Rajbongshi of Delhi Public School, Newtown. That's a beautiful creation indeed. Thank you.
Ma'am, stay on with us. Okay, we'd also like you to announce the results for our next creative arts competition titled Art Junction, where the participants had to make the best out of waste. And the topic given to them was Birth of the Phoenix. Once again, we'd like to show you what the a little video clip the entries that have been sent in by our school, by the various schools. now, once again, I'd like to request June ma'am to please announce the results, starting from third position all the way up to first for Art Junction.
All right. Every single one of them was so beautiful. I'm sure the judges had a tough time choosing the winner. Anyway, the third prize goes to Mr. Prabit Das and Shauli De of Mahadevi Birla World Academy. The second prize goes to Mr. Shushanta Roy and Chonji Vaishnav of the Heritage School. And the first prize, of course, goes to Mr. Utpal Dutt and Mr. Anindo Bagh of Sri Sri Academy. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you, ma'am. It was lovely to see your ever smiling face. Thank you so much. Just stay on.
Ma'am, you're mute. Boshali, ma'am, you're mute.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Anyway, ma'am, as I was saying, it was wonderful to have you here with us and to see your ever smiling face. Do stay on with us. Thank you so much. And we now move on to event number 3, Design It, the logo designing event. The company name given to the participants, and the byline was technology that defines you. Once again, we'd like to share the winning the entries from all the participating schools. And to help us announce the results for event number 3, Design It, it gives me great pleasure to invite Mrs. Shumita Bose, the former headmistress of Sri Sri Academy, Kolkata. Shumita ma'am, if you could unmute and announce the results, the top 3 positions for the Design It competition, please. Is Shumita, okay, can we invite Mrs. Minnie Bansal ma'am, our junior school head, to please do us the honors of announcing the results for Design It logo designing.
Good evening to one and all present here. It's my pleasure. Yes, ma'am. Can I see the results, please? Okay. So the third position goes to Mr. Dipendra Nath Paul, La Martine School for Boys. Second position goes to Ms. Piali Roy Ghosh of Sri Sri Academy. And for the first position is Mr. Partho Bhattacharjee from Delhi Public School, New Town. Congratulations to all the winning teams and to the participating teams also.
Thank you very much, ma'am. But don't go anywhere. We'd like you to announce the results for the videotape competition as well. This was a video making competition, and the topic was Life is a Collage. We'd like to show you clippings from all the participating events.
जो दिल से लगे उसे कह दो हाय 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 हाय, जो दिल ना लगे उसे कह दो बाय 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 बाय।
Thank you so much for those wonderful glimpses from all the entries from all the participating schools. And now we would like Mini Ma'am once again to announce the results of hard work going into compiling these videos.
But it is really, all of these were so beautifully made and compiled, really very well, I mean, done to all the teams. Yes, ma'am. For the results, we have, okay, it is Ariba Bilal and Monica Jay. Okay, there is a tie. Is that there a tie, ma'am, for the third position? Yes. So we have Ariba Bilal from DPS Newtown and Monica Jain from SSA Kolkata in the third position. There is a tie. Second position goes to Mr. Anirban Das from Future Foundation School. And first position goes to Mr. Haishman Rahman of South City International School. Congratulations to all of you.
Vaishali ma'am, we are unable to hear you. Are you there?
Mrs. Bansal, Mini Ma'am, thank you so much for being with us. Moving on to our next, which is the sound spirit. Before we announce the results, I'm really judges with us today. Can you hear me, sir? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are
okay,
audible.
sir, because I don't know what happened because my mic was unmuted. Number 5, the music competition, Sound Spirit, where the participants were given the topic, motivation, and asked to compose an original song. Before we share a video with you of a clipping of all the entries that were sent in, it's my honor, judges for this competition, to say a few words about his experience. Is Mr. Banerjee there? Mr. Banerjee, if you could unmute your mic and join us, please. Okay, he might be having problems with his mic. Why don't we?
ये वक्त है आज, सिर्फ फासले से ही रहेंगे सलामत। पर हो
फैसला है भूलना
ओ दिल में तू न किस्मत से हारा तूफान में हमको मिलेगा किनारा
cruising through a really rough sea we're all in this together the only help that we now need
স্বপ্নেরাই থাকবে না সীমানা মনে আছে দেহ মন সেই যে হার না মানা আমাদের স্বপ্নেরাই থাকবে না সীমানা মনে আছে দেহ মন সেই যে হার না মানা
You came walking in like a breeze through my door. Then shadows fled, clouds disappeared. You're like the desert rain. With you I needn't beg for time, nor have I to feel the pain.
चलो हम एक दूजे को सुधारे अंधेरा नजर नहीं आए चलो हम सितारों को बुलाए
একটু দূরে যেখানে আলো ছড়ানো সোনা মাখা রোদ্দুরে চলো সব বাধা পেরিয়ে স্বপ্নের সীমা ছাড়িয়ে ইচ্ছেরা দানা মেলুক বহু দূরে চলো আরো একটু দূরে যেখানে আলো ছড়ানো
Welcome, sing with me, everyone. We shall live as one, the heritage family. साथ ही चल, राह ही चल, एक नई उजाले की ओर चल. Locked in, locked up, locked down, 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 down. Locked in, locked up, down, 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 down.
Hey, get up, face the sun. We must together work as one.
Hey, we are the human race. There's nothing we cannot face. There's nothing we cannot face. Come on, my brothers and my sisters. Let's look out for each other. Moving rocks and boulders, standing 10 feet tall. We've got to fight this fight together. 'Cause together we can win. Motivating one another, cheering each other on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
I hope you all really enjoyed that. And once again, I'd like to try and invite Mr. Michael Banerjee, who was one of the judges, to say a few words before we have the results announced. Mr. Michael Banerjee, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, sir, I think we can hear you. Yes, sir.
Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir.
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir. You're audible, sir. Please.
Thank you. Good evening to everyone. Good evening to every contestant. Good evening to every teachers. Good evening to every viewers. Good evening to those who are the executive members of this organization. Thank you. Good evening. I just want to say some few words for contestant that so far my knowledge goes, every contestant, every group, every band, they are performing, so far my knowledge goes, they are spectacular. And being a judge, I just want to say them something. I just want to request them something. Please please learn more and more, because music is such a subject, music is such a thing. It's like ocean, no question of end. So nothing more than that. Thank you. I think so. You people all enjoyed the program. Nothing more to say. Thank you very much. And
Mr.
namaskar again.
Banerjee. Namaskar, and thank you, Mr. Banerjee, for joining us and for sharing with us how you felt while judging the entries. And now, to do us the honors, I would really like, it gives me great pleasure, and it's an honor for me to invite Mr. Shomi Das, President of the School Management Committee of Sri Sri Academy, Kolkata. Mr. Das, please do us the honors of announcing the results of Sound Spirit.
Excuse me.
Yes,
good evening,
Mr.
everyone.
Banerjee.
Can I go?
Yes, Mr. Banerjee.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for
so
being
much.
with us, Mr. Banerjee.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Mr. Shomidas, yes,
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We can see you.
Good evening. Good evening. What are the results I have to announce? I don't.
Sir, they'll come on the screen. There you go. There you go. The third position.
So can you tell me? I don't have them here with me.
Sir, can you see them on your screen?
There's Arnav Kumar, Chameli from Sri Sri, and Devasmita De. Is that it?
No, sir. All right, sir. Are you on? You seem to be on your phone, sir. Sir,
I'm on a walk. I'm actually on a walk.
All right, sir.
You know, Vaishali ma'am, why can't we just ask him to say a few words?
Yes, ma'am. I was just going to do that before inviting somebody else. Mr. Das, please do share a few words with us. We're all here.
There's very little I can share because I have not seen the whole program. I've been trying to, but there's been a lot of interruptions in my trying to view the Zoom meeting. But it's very nice that you've all got together in these days of gloom and doom and all that, and really cheered people up with your participation and your ideas and your thoughts. I'm very happy to see. Actually, I always think that our Calcutta teachers are very lively, very imaginative, and very excited about doing things. So congratulations, and I look forward to seeing a little more of the program. I'm on a walk, actually. So I just stopped by to say, well, let me say hello to them.
Thank you, sir. No, that's lovely. And the greenery is like a breath of fresh air for all of us. So thank you for sharing that with us, the space that you're in. Thank you so much, sir. And now I would therefore like to invite our former headmistress of Sri Sri Academy, Mrs. Shumita Bose, to do us the honors of announcing the results for Sound Spirit.
A very good evening to all of you. And it's wonderful to be part of this Gurotsav. Really wonderful. And what creativity, isn't it so? Let me just get on to the announcement. The third position has been bagged by Delhi Public School, New Town. Congratulations, DPS, New Town. Second position is by Sri Sri Academy, Kolkata. 3 cheers. And the first position has been won over by the Heritage School. Very, very many congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, do stay on with us to announce the results of the next competition, which was the skit competition, the drama competition called Let's Act. The topic given to the various schools was "Give Me a Break," to be interpreted how they wished. I'm very, very happy to say that one of our judges is with us here today, and I'd like to invite him to say a few words after we show you a clip of the all the videos from the entries that have been sent in from the various schools.
I want that work to be completed by another hour's time. We must meet our deadlines. Please remember this.
Yes, ma'am, surely.
You're already
It will be
late.
done right away.
करने का तरीका है। आखिर मैं भी तो घर में सारा दिन काम करती रहती हूँ। तुम लोगों की सारी डिमांड पूरी करती रहती हूँ। कभी इसको पढ़ाओ, खाना बनाओ, घर साफ करो। मैं तो कभी ब्रेक नहीं मांगती।
COVID positive? Oh my gosh! This doctor is always sending me wrong reports. It is so distressing. Ever since my breakup with my husband, life has become so aggravated. He's growing us to be the boss of a multinational company.
Oh, Google assignments. So small. Okay, correct. Correct. Not correct. Oh, I've only done 5. That means I have 48 more. Oh God. I've got these 50 Google assignments and then this mail to give for the report.
Yes, I am that young man. Yeah. Who was hit by anxiety and never got better. Yes, and I know this is 2025. Yes, and COVID is gone. 3 years now. I know. I am that man right here.
Agrees with me always.
My daughter is sick. খেতে বললাম আমি ওর পড়াশোনা নিয়ে, and now she's your daughter.
আচ্ছা, আর আমি বুঝি ফালতু? And who chauffeured her all over the town, be it her evening coaching classes or Saturday tuitions? Not to forget her badminton and piano classes.
I hope you enjoyed watching those little clippings from the various entries. And now I'd like to invite Mr. Janardhan Ghosh, one of our judges, one of our very esteemed judges, a man who wears multiple hats, to say a few words about his experience. Mr. Ghosh?
A very good evening to all of you. And I would like to thank Sri Sri Academy, Principal Ma'am, and especially Boishali Ma'am for allowing me to taste this broth that has been prepared by all these schools in the name of Gurotsav. And celebrating teachership is something that is very unique. And I'm so happy that I could also be a part of it. As far as this art activity, the art practice is concerned, I feel what it allows us to connect to ourselves, as well as it allows us to get connected to the bigger cosmos, because art aims at Satyam Shivam Sundaram. We can say that beauty is truth and truth is beauty. And through art practice, we try to kind of touch this absolute truth or absolute beauty. So any activity, any art practice leads us to these extreme goals that we all human beings have. And during this challenging times, I think this celebration was like a fresh air for me. I miss my stage so much. I miss performing. And where I see so many wonderful teachers putting their best in their efforts to make it so colorful, I really enjoyed seeing all these videos and almost being a part of it. And I know that, as Abanindranath Thakur said, that art is not a pleasure trip. It is a very difficult task. You have to put in all of your efforts. It's very the kind of energy that it needs is too much. And so I think it was not a very easy task for all these teachers to do it. And that also in individual capacities. Whereas theater, it needs of people coming together. It needs people to come together, but that was not possible. But yet, with all these kind of challenges, the wonderful productions that we had in this particular celebration, that was great. But the difficulty was, to mark a piece of art. You can mark mathematics when you are very sure of the results. But when it is a long answer question, or it is a question of literature, it is very difficult. And when it is art, it is almost impossible. So it was a very difficult task giving them, marks. But it was a competition. So in true spirit, I hope those who don't have those marks, they won't mind. So I really enjoyed it. And once again, I thank all of you, the the Sri Sri Academy fraternity and Boishali for including me in this great celebration. That's the fresh air that I have. Thank you so much once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Janardanda, for being with us, for agreeing to judge this competition, and also for your very, very inspiring and important words about art. Thank you very much. And over to you, Shumita ma'am, once again to announce the results, which we're all eagerly waiting for Let's Act.
Thank you, Vaishali ma'am. Okay. The second runner-up is Mahadevi Birla World Academy. Congratulations. The first runner-up is Sri Sri Academy, Kolkata. Very good. And the first position goes to the Heritage Schools. Wonderful. It was difficult to judge, as Mr. Janardhan said, and all of you were extremely good. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We missed you and it was lovely to see you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
And finally, we move on to event number 7. Padam, the dance competition, topic given, nature. We'd like to share a little video clip of all the entries that were sent in so that you can see what wonderful compositions arose from this topic.
झिम 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 बरसे फुहारे झिम 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 बरसे फुहारे घिर 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 बदरा छाए घिर 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 बदरा छाए.
শ্যামল সুন্দর এসো শ্যামল সুন্দর আলো তব তাপহরা তৃষাহরা সন্ধ্য সুধা বিরোহিণী জাগিয়া আছে আকাশে শ্যামল সুন্দর
ঝড় থেমে যাবে পৃথিবী আবার শান্ত হবে একদিন ঝড় থেমে যাবে পৃথিবী আবার শান্ত হবে বসতি আবার উঠবে ভরে আকাশ আলো উঠবে ভরে
রাতে তোমার অভিসার পরাণ সখা বন্ধু হে আমার
আজি ঝড়ের রাতে তোমার অভিসার পরাণ সখা বন্ধু হে আমার ঝড়ের রাতে তোমার অভিসার
That was amazing. What beautiful dances, what amazing expressions. Incredible. I'm sure the judges had a tough time with this one. And it gives me immense pleasure to invite Prithvipriya Mukherjee, our middle school coordinator, to announce the results of this event. Padam. Prithvipriya ma'am.
Ma'am, I don't see her there, so I think you should continue.
I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. This was yeah, I apologize. Shumita ma'am, would you do us the honors again of announcing the event for this event, please?
Certainly, Bhushanli ma'am.
Thank you so much. Sorry for that little mix-up. Sorry.
So the results of Padam. Yes. The third prize goes to Mr. Proloy Shorkar, Birla High School. Many congratulations. The second prize goes to Mrs. Ritika Ghosh, Indus Valley World School. Congratulations. And the first prize goes to Mr. Partho Pratim Das, Shri Shri Academy School. Many congratulations, Partho sir.
Thank you all so very much. Thank you. Congratulations to the winner. Thank you, Shumita ma'am, once again for doing the honors. And finally, the results for the Masterminds quiz competition. I would like to invite, these are the participating schools, and we would like to invite Mr. Shekhar Nahar, who is from the School Management Committee, to please do us the honors of announcing the results of Mastermind. Brilliantly conducted by Mr. Barry Antonis. Mr. Nahar, are you?
Yeah.
Can you unmute? Yes, Mr. Nahar. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening and greetings to all of you on this auspicious day when we are celebrating Gurotsav on the birthday of our beloved Sri Sri Ravi Shankar ji. I must thank all the team and the participants for making this a grand success. Yes, ma'am. Uh,
Yes, sir. And the results for you.
okay. The third position has been won by Mr. Partho Sen and Mrs. Ishita Bhattacharya of Sri Sri Academy, Kolkata. Congratulations to the team. The second position has been won by Mrs. Runa Basu and Mrs. Kaveri Mukherjee of Birla High School. Many congratulations for the second position. And
Sir,
the
it's
second
joint second, yes.
joint second position also goes to Mr. Abhishek Ghosh and Mrs. Chaitri Sen of DPS, Delhi Public School. Congratulations to them also. And finally, the top position has been won by Mr. Brian Charles and Mr. Arup Haldar of the Frank Anthony Public School. Congratulations and best wishes to all the participants. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Nahar, for joining us and for doing and
Thank
for
you.
announcing the results. And with
Bye.
that, we come to the end of all the individual events. It's now time to find out our champion school for Sri Gurotsav 2021. And for that, I would like to invite Mrs. Suvina Shungru, our beloved principal, to do us the honors and announce the results of Sri Gurotsav 2021 Champion School.
Boshali, thank you. And before I do that, I want to request two of my colleagues, Dr. Prasad is here, if she would like to say something and maybe give us some suggestions on how to improve the whole process. And Mr. Bagul is also here. So, both of them have taken out time. I'd definitely like to hear from them. Dr. Prasad, could we have a few words from you? And in case you don't want to open your video, it's okay, but please do speak to us.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Shunglu. I think, in these very dark and dismal times, I really can't find adequate words to thank Sri Sri Academy, your team, and very specially to you, Mrs. Shunglu, because I think you have brought so much joy. And I think in these troubled times, most teachers and most school people have very little to look forward to. They are struggling with, uh, problems all around them. So this feeling of motivation to find expression for their creativity, I really thank you from the bottom of our hearts for putting this event together. And we look forward to better times when all of us can be together in person and to celebrate these joyous occasions. So thank you, Mrs. Shunglu, and congratulations to the Sri Sri Academy team for putting this whole event together seamlessly and with so much care and attention to detail. Thank you, Mrs. Shunglu.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad. I think those words will go a long way for us to keep coming back every year and knocking on your door and saying, please send us your teachers. We really want to celebrate. We want to celebrate our existence, our community, our life, and our work. So we're going to keep coming back to you. Thank you. This is the second because last year we didn't celebrate. Mr. Bagul, he's my old friend and colleague, always been there to help us. Would you like to share something, sir?
Sure, certainly. Good evening to you, Mrs. Shunglu, to Mr. Shomidas, who is on his evening walk, to all the wonderful teachers of Sri Sri Academy, and to obviously participating schools and their heads and representatives who are watching this event. We've been through a year of pandemic and online teaching, and each one of us knows how much of work goes behind the scenes, even just to edit each one's video, put it together, show it. I mean, I'm amazed at just by evening you had the deadline to submit the Phoenix and all that. And yet that was the first event which you showed and the prizes were given. So the amount of work that your teachers have done, fantastic. And as they said rightly in the beginning, you introduced as the captain of the ship. So the direction that the ship takes all depends on the captain. I know very well. Congratulations to you. I really enjoyed even watching those snippets. I apologize for not being present for the education forum at 4 o'clock because I had so many other things to attend, webinars. We are caught in this endless cycle of webinars. But a great job. And as a member of your school managing committee, I'm actually very proud that Sri Academy has done so much on Shri Gurudev's birthday today, 13th of May. So best wishes for now and evermore. All the best to the school and to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And as I always joke with my teachers, the captain's competence tells us when she's able to let the ship out of the harbor and let it sail.
Yes.
The captain is on the ship, but everybody else is managing. So all the hard work has been done by the team. Yes, they do keep asking me, keep giving my ideas to them, but complete credit to the team. So with this, Vaishali ma'am, would you like me to continue talking? Because I love talking.
Please, ma'am. We're all ears, ma'am.
Just wanted to make two before we announce the results, the final results, because, you know, we aren't any children sitting, who's going to win the first, in Gurotsav. It doesn't really matter. I think each school, each team, what I've seen, teachers, you rock, you're brilliant. The kind of talent we've seen, even in the snippets. I know what my teachers can do, but I have seen across 10 schools. I must share with you that I couldn't handle more than 10 schools. So we invited 12 schools and we got 10 schools. So we didn't invite everybody because if I get 20 schools, I can't manage to curate everything and edit everything. So we fixed it at the first 10 that came, we stopped there. We didn't invite anymore because of that. But maybe when it's a physical event and we can spread it over 2 days, maybe we would be able to do that. So teachers, I wanted to compliment you. Please believe in yourself. You all are wonderful. There is such diverse talent across schools, from Indian to Western music to the drama to video editing. I thought they were beautifully conceptualized. So whoever wins, it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. This is my teachers and the students. For me, each one of you is a winner. I have never felt bad that I never came first in my school. It didn't matter to me. Whatever I came, my father always said, you're great. And that's what I believe. So whether you have come second or fourth or fifth, it doesn't matter. Each team is a winner for participating, for sharing, for learning, for exchanging. Right? I must share one small incident in the quiz before we close this, is that today there was one round where books were shown and a common thread had to be found, and there were plus points and minus points at the same time in one particular round of the quiz. And in this, two schools, or one particular school has already got it, and the other school, nobody else was getting it. Everybody had to try once. So either you would get plus 30 or you would get minus 15. And as the clues went on coming, the numbers went on decreasing. So one school, when they finally got it, nobody was getting it. It was a very singularly difficult question, it seems. Then the quizmaster asked the school who had, not naming the school, that are you comfortable if I give an extra hint to the remaining? They all need to do this. So either they get minus or they get back. And they said, it's okay if you refuse. If you're generous, you will say, okay, give more hints. And if you're not generous, you're competitive, that's also fine. It is a competition at the end of the day. And they said, no, it's all right if you give them. It's okay, it doesn't matter. That was so heartwarming to see a school that had already got 40 points say, it's okay if you give them a hint. And he said, are you sure they may get the answer after this hint is giving? And they said, absolutely. So thank you, teachers, for keeping that spirit up of collaboration and cooperation. And that's what we need in the world today. Schools is where we all begin with. Our countries need to collaborate in this crisis. So there's no need to really compete. And as recently we had such a wonderful expression of art and performance at the Indus Valley, I wish I would also could make this one of just display. But there's one thing, our human nature, whenever there's a chance of winning, it spurs on our creativity on to come up with something even better, I find. So that is the human nature, and that is what I have still held on to, having this competition, because we somewhere in our hearts still love coming first, second, third. Do we know it doesn't matter? We know, we have the confidence that we are good, we are talented, and we learn from each other. So with these words, I will now like to call out the winners of the overall winners. Last year, I think Birla High School was the winning team. And I still remember the joy on their faces, from 30 to 55-year-olds all over the stage, like little children holding the trophy, their certificates. It was a wonderful moment. So that, please go ahead, Vaishali ma'am. We'll call out the results now.
Yes, ma'am. For you to announce, ma'am. Third position.
The third position is the Heritage School. Let's clap for them. I saw some very unique videos, whether it was the dance or the drama. I saw some very, very unique things. So Heritage School comes third, overall third. I would like to mention that it also depends on schools which participate in how many events. So there are a lot of schools who don't feature in this because they don't participate in all the events. They choose 2 or 3 events. So that could also be one of the reasons. DPS Newtown is in the second position. Congratulations, DPS Newtown. Oh, Shishi Academy has come first. This is the most surprising. Congratulations. So, congratulations, Shishi Academy. You must hand over your trophy to DPS Newtown. Is that right, Vaishali ma'am?
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely.
Right. By hosting this Shishi Academy, in any case, you have staged a wonder in having a virtual fest like this. So DPS Newtown are the winners who carry the trophy from Birla High School. It is with us in school. We will send you the trophy across to your school in the coming weeks. And the third position or the second position would be the Heritage School. So with that, I feel I have announced what I need to do. Is there anything else that I need to do?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much. We'll go into the closing now. Thank you so much, Savina ma'am, for your wonderful words of wisdom as always. And my warmest congratulations to all the players, the participants, and of course the winners for all the events and the overall school champions. Congratulations. And now, as we head into the final minutes of today's ceremony, it would be remiss of me to say goodbye without thanking a number of people. So please do bear with me. First of all, an enormous thank you to the principals and vice principals of all the participating schools. Your enthusiasm has helped to make Sri Gurotsav a success. Thank you. We wholeheartedly thank our special guests for this evening, our eminent judges for the various events, and members of the board and the school management committee. Thank you so much for being with us. Next, our deepest thanks and cheers to all the school representatives and participating teachers from the various schools. You make Sri Gurotsav what it is. We would be nowhere without our managing trustees, our board of directors, the heads, coordinators, mentors, and teachers in charge of individual events of Sri Sri Academy, Kolkata. Our humble regards and sincerest thanks to our Vice Principal, Mrs. Gagi Banerjee, and our Principal, Mrs. Suvina Shunglu, who have been with us every step of the way, guiding us, encouraging us, and cheering us on. And finally, this entire event simply would not have been possible without those teachers who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes for over a month now. They are nothing short of magicians, and the head wizard of this fantastic crew is Mr. Arnav Shaw, helped by his dedicated and committed team of teachers, Ms. Debashmita De, Ms. Rupa Ray, Ms. Pameli Bonik, and Ms. Anamika Singh. Our endless gratitude to you all. This would not have happened had you had all these sleepless nights for the past 6 weeks. Thank you so much for making this happen. Once again, thank you one and all. Hopefully, we can meet again exactly 1 year later on our school premises, shaking hands and sharing joy. On behalf of Shri Shri Academy Kolkata, we wish you all good health and happiness. Stay well, stay safe, and please to rise for the national anthem as we bring this event to a close.
So the audio is not playing. Could you please check into it?
Right.
Pathik sir, the audio is not there. Could you please pause and start again?
So somebody can just sing it, any one person, and we'll all sing along.
तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे, भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे, जय हे, जय हे, जय 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 हे। Thank you all once again. Please do forgive us for the little glitches and minor technical problems that we might have experienced today during this, as we did this broadcast. But I do hope you had fun. And once again, stay safe, stay healthy. And until next year, thank you all so very, very much.